This channel is sponsored by Loot Crate, the monthly subscription box that's always filled with surprises for gamers and geeks alike. If you're interested, go to lootcrate.com/hawk525 and after choosing your crate, type in promo code HAWK525 for a 10% discount. The link and promo code will be in the description box below. Thanks guys, and hope you enjoy the show. What is up everyone, Sean here, and welcome to another top 5 or top 10 video, but in this case it's a top 5 featuring the most disappointing games of 2018 and my personal experience. So this time it's a little different. This will feature games that I haven't exactly got my hands on, but I wanted to buy them at first, but then something turned for the worse or something, and the game just doesn't turn out to be the game that I wanted, and just I decided not to buy them whatsoever. But it will also feature games that I played myself as well, so it's a bit of a mixed bag. So hope you guys can sit back and enjoy the show. Number 5. Monster Hunter World. Now, this is a strange specimen since I also put this in my top 10 best games of 2018 list as of recent. That was in the video. But there were some negatives that really got to me. Not being able to play the co-op in story mode simultaneously, like, you know, in a very seamless fashion. Like, I can't go into someone's game just because I haven't seen this cutscene yet, or they can't get into my game until I see the cutscene. It's just, come on, man. Was a major turnoff for me initially. But other elements found in such games are missing in this game, like armor transmogging. But also later on, I came to the realization that the variety of monsters isn't all quite there. There are quite a number of monsters that are flying types rather than being on the ground. And if they're on the ground, they're really tall or something, and you really quite can't reach to them like you would like to, at least. And it's kind of disappointing in that sense because of one of my friends that's a hardcore monster hunter kind of showed me around with other monsters that are from other games, and I'm like, dang, these are really cool looking monsters. There's just so many more types of monsters in other in Monster Hunter games that I don't know. I just feel like it just feels like a big chunk of it missing, like I said before. So it's a little disappointing in that sense. Also, there are other mechanics from other monster games, like the ultimate moves, missing here, and the ones that I've seen as I pass by were really cool looking, and I just really wish that there was something like that in World. While this is a good Monster Hunter game to grab on the PS4, it just makes me want to hope, knowing that what was in the other Monster Hunter games, that they can somehow, you know, incorporate that into this game, or in the next Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter World 2 or something, or whatever Monster Hunter console game they'll come up with next for the future consoles. Let's just hope that it gets more love, it can really expand upon it, and it could be the ultimate Monster Hunter game for future generations. Number 4. Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. While many people looked at this as a major update, it was technically marketed and sold as a new game, as it really needed it due to its short sales. I was looking forward to this very much because of its new fresh look, the long-awaited arcade mode thrown in there, so on and so forth. However, the arcade mode was a disappointment because many of us thought it was going to be the source of fight money, which is needed in order to unlock stuff including stages. But none of that was the case. They also even lowered the amount of fight money earned in the weekly missions, which cemented my disappointment even more. Although I still like the Street Fighter to some extent, I have certainly prioritized many other games over this. I was really hoping for the arcade mode to reignite my interest to play this on the casual level, but Arcade Edition really failed to do so. Number 3. Battlefield 5. This was in my top 10 most anticipated games long before fall. I've been a huge fan of the series since 1942. The game, not the year. However, after playing the beta, it felt something was missing. While it looked pretty, sounded great, and the gunplay was pretty top-notch, what makes Battlefield such a unique experience in the past was its vehicular combat. It was always known to have so much going on the map, including a bunch of vehicles causing destruction, land, sky, or sea, especially the buildings. But it really feels empty in comparison to its predecessors. It kind of just feels like Call of Duty's Ground War. You can definitely feel the Battlefront kind of nature in this game and the bad parts of it. I had a very suspicious feeling that this beta was gonna be the game we're gonna get at launch, knowing the track record from EA. I'm just gonna wait until EA can really turn around and make great games again, but I wouldn't hold my breath on it. Number 2. Sea of Thieves. This one really hurts because it looked beautiful from the trailer and also on my newly built PC from January 2018. It was such a beauty to behold until you find the ocean to be just a shallow little lake all along. The game was just empty at launch and it had almost nothing to do other than sailing, skeleton fighting, finding treasure, and grieving other players. Even the Kraken was a huge disappointment. Thank goodness for the Game Pass offered by Microsoft, so I only had to pay $10 for that month. But that didn't soften the blow any because I really wanted this to be good. It had the style, but not the game. Now sure, it got more content over time, but I like my games full of things to do at launch. And it's just too late. A real damn shame, really. Especially from Rare. I would like to do an honorable mention featuring a game that I was pretty looking forward to, but there are features that I kind of really wished were in the game, and overall didn't turn out the way I wanted to, just like all the other games anyway. But I did play it, you know, when I would talk about it at least, and didn't know where to fit it on the list, but so here we go. Now here's the honorable mention with Super Mario Party on the Nintendo Switch. This was a long time coming for another Mario Party game that had none of the stupid carts where you have to share it with your friends and you all go in the same amount of spaces essentially. You go in, you know, together. You essentially go to the end of the board game together, pretty much, and that got a little tiresome. I was not feeling that part of the mechanic for the previous Mario Party games as of recent, including Mario Party 10, 9, so on and so forth. And gladly Super Mario Party took that out. But there were some things that I was really looking forward to, but it didn't really quite hit the mark. One and the biggest one I was really looking forward to, but didn't turn out to be so great, was the online. Once again, Nintendo being super behind with the online. Unfortunately, the only online you would get to see from our Super Mario Party is just the mini games. We were looking forward to having a board game of some sort with the online portion of Mario Party. That would have been a perfect game to really play with your friends from across the states or something, or just across the world, for that matter. But again, Nintendo missed another opportunity with the online of any other game, just like Smash and Splatoon, and now with Super Mario Party. Again, it's just another super missed opportunity and a disappointment at that. Now, even, just talking about the game itself, I feel like this time around, it really, really is too tied into RNG. And I know these party games are very strong on the RNG, but I think even it still takes, or it should take some degree of skill to win the game. But unfortunately for this time around, this game is just super RNG. So no matter how well you do with the mini games, like me, for example, with one game or one match, I won all the mini games. But despite that, the bonus stars don't consistently come in with the same categories. It's just random. So again, it's all more RNG on top of more RNG. So what does that tell you? It's all RNG. It doesn't really matter who wins the mini games, who doesn't win the mini games, who gets the short end of the stick when it comes to the spaces and all the effects and whatever. It's just RNG, unfortunately, and it it kind of upsets me to a pretty big degree. So unfortunately, Super Mario Party, I mean, I'll probably still fire it up here and there, but it's definitely not the Super Mario Party game that I was really looking forward to on the Nintendo Switch. Maybe the next one, hopefully we'll get to see a Mario Party down the line, but for now this is what we're stuck with, and it's again not the Mario Party I'm exactly 100% happy with, but maybe it is a little better than the previous Mario Party games, but it could have been so much better. And now, number 1.
Sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault-Tec, but it was built by you. So that if the bombs do come, our way of life.
Fallout 76. In my book, Fallout 76 disappointed me the worst because of the idea of an online multiplayer Fallout game sounded really cool on paper. The reveal at E3 was admittedly convincing. However, word from my friends and players who were in the beta made me really feel suspicious to the point where I wanted to take real caution by letting the consumers do the talking and help me decide from there. And boy, it was a mess across the board. Universally across the board for many reviewers and players and gamers alike, I think it's on everyone's number 1 list for a very good reason. The game was just garbage. At least Sea of Thieves had visuals and functionality going. I mean, yeah, it had a few bugs, but not as much as this. Like, good lord. Almost nothing was working, and it was being sold at $60. It really sucks to see because I was sold on the Fallout franchise after playing Fallout 4 extensively with its characters, the world, the lore, and its gameplay, even with the Bethesda jank. But luckily, I played it smart this time and I didn't spend any money on this game at all. But damn, it's terrible to see something like this happen to a franchise I started really liking recently. It really makes me concerned for the future of the company, plus the development of Elder Scrolls 6, which I plan to get into next as my first Elder Scrolls game. And let's not forget there's Starfield also. I think Bethesda isn't that stupid to let those kinds of mistakes go cross over to their big guns like Elder Scrolls. But we'll keep a close eye out for those guys, because I know people who have been waiting for a game like this for years. But for now, shame on you, Bethesda, trying to get away with pulling a stunt of this caliber with Fallout. So that's pretty much it for my top 5 disappointing games of 2018. I know it's brief, but there were really only a few that really disappointed me, and I really wanted to make this concise, which is why it's a top 5 rather than the top 10 this time around. And hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any disappointing games from 2018, please share them in the comment section below. What was your #1 disappointing game? Or perhaps worse. I mean, it could pass as a worst games list, I guess, in a way. But I think it's pretty universal when it comes to games like Fallout 76. It really just hurts thinking about it. But anyways, any of those comments related to this video will be really appreciated, along with a thumbs up and hitting that subscription button if you want to see more videos like this. Really appreciate it, guys, as always. And don't forget to check out these sponsorships like Loot Crate and Into the AM. Please check those out in the description below. And that's pretty much it for the top 5 disappointing games of 2018. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.